How to upgrade your real estate business and become a top listing agent. That's exactly what we are going to be speaking about today. I'm recording this video at the end of the third quarter, getting you ready for the fourth quarter. Just keep in mind that whatever we're going to talk about in this video is relevant to every single quarter of every single year, and it's pretty much the same exact planning process. This is the same exact planning process that all top producing agents from all across the country use on a quarterly basis. And I'll begin by saying that you watching this video right now are in one of three different places in your business for this year thus far. Place number one is that you're either ahead of your goal, or place number two, you're moving steady and you're just on track to do this year exactly what you did last year. Or number three, you are way off track in reaching your goals for this year. The good news is it doesn't matter if you're up, steady, or slow. The reason I say that is because after having been in this industry for over 25 years and having worked with some of the greatest agents from all over the country, what I recognize is that there are many people who will outproduce the last 3 quarters in just 1 quarter, and it usually happens during the 4th quarter. Last time we ran a similar 90-day challenge, as I'm going to be sharing with you today, we had one individual go from making like literally an average of $15,000 a month to making an average of $51,000 a month in just the course of a 90-day cycle. So if you run the math correctly, that person more than tripled their business inside of 1 quarter. And the good news is if you follow exactly what it is that I'm going to share with you in this video, you too can make more money and take more listings and produce more real estate transactions in the next 90 days than you did in the previous 9 months. So here we go. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to reflect on what kind of year you've been having. And we're going to begin by having you write down a couple of different questions that are very important for you to take very seriously and answer to the best of your ability. And the first question is, and this is specifically for the people that are not on track or just holding steady in their business, wanting to go to the next level, but for whatever reason, they're stuck at the same level. And the question is, what's gotten in the way? What's gotten in the way? Look, the majority of people watching this video are not on track to reach their goal. We know that based on statistics. What got in the way? Like literally, what got in the way? I'm not going to give you the response because it's different for every single person. And the follow-up question is, why did I allow it to get in the way? Whatever that is that got in the way, why did you allow it to get in the way? So what I'm really talking about here is taking personal responsibility for where you're at, for being where you're at and not where you want to be. And until you take personal responsibility and do some of the things that I'm going to ask you to do in this video, it's going to be operating a kind of business to where you have one explosive month followed by 2-3 months of drought, meaning almost absolutely nothing happening in your business, wondering where your next deal is going to come from. So I say to you, when does enough become enough? When is now the time for you to say, I am going to level up. I am 100% committed to taking my business to the next level. And I understand that in order for my business to go to the next level, I have to personally become the next level kind of person. The next level version of myself is needed for the next level kind of business. So let's go ahead and let's outline what we're going to do over the course of the next 90 days. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to identify how much money do I want to make over the course of the next 90 days? How much money do I want to make in the last quarter? Whatever that number is for you, it's a different number for every single person. So hypothetically speaking, let's say that, we'll round off some, simple numbers. Let's say in the next 90 days, you want to make $50,000. Maybe it's $100,000. We'll just go with simple math and say $50,000. The next question that you got to ask yourself is this. Hey, what's my average commission check been so far this year? Not what is it in my marketplace. Different people in the marketplace, work in different parts of the marketplace. Some are charging more commissions, some are charging less commissions. Based on the reality of what is happening in your business, how much money did you make this year? How many transactions did you have to close to make that kind of money? Do simple math. Take the amount of money you made, divide it into the number of transactions that you did this year, and that gives you your average commission check. So for simple math, let's say your average commission check is $10,000. Okay, so $50,000, okay, divided by $10,000, that means I got to do 5 sales in the next 90 days. So now we've identified your income goal. We'll reverse engineered it into the number of transactions that you need to close. Now, I'm gonna give you that next number. The next number is how many listings do I need to make that many sales? So the number of sales that you want to do is the number of listings that you're going to commit to taking over the course of the next 90 days. So in this case, you got to take 5 listings. Now, why do I do that? Because I know that not every single listing you take is going to make it to the closing table. That's our commitment. That's what we want. However, sometimes the seller changes their mind or something happens in life to where they can't complete the transaction, etc. So some deals are going to fall apart, but those deals will be made up by your sellers who also become your buyers, and they will be made up by the buyers who are attracted to the listings that you have in the marketplace. So we said $50,000, we got to do 5 sales, we got to take 5 listings. Awesome. All right, so now the next question is, in order for me to take 5 listings or whatever your number is, how many listing appointments I need to go on? How many listing appointments I need to go on? I can't personally give you a number because I have clients right now that go on 10 listing appointments and they convert 90% of them. I got clients that are converting 80%. I got clients that are converting 70%. I know the national average across the country is about 35%, but hypothetically speaking here, let's say that you're able to convert 50% of the appointments that you need to go on. So in this case, it would be 5 listings times 2 appointments to take a listing. That means you gotta go on 10 listing appointments. 10 listing appointments. And then you ask yourself the next question. In order for me to find 10 sellers who will allow me to get in their living room and present to them, how many people do I need to actively go out and speak to in order for me to land 1 appointment? Look, I can't give you that number either because my best performer of a coaching client that I'm working with, it's 7 people they need to speak to in order for them to land a listing appointment. Most people will not fall into that category because that is an uncommon result that is happening by uncommon individuals that have a high skill set and a very strong mindset and a killer work ethic. I don't know what that number for you, but hypothetically speaking, let's just throw a big number out there. Let's say for every 50 people you speak to, you get an appointment. So we take 10, we multiply that by 50. That means we got to talk to 500 people. We got to talk to 500 people over the course of the next 90 days. Now, I know for a fact you're not going to work all 90 days. You're going to take some time off for holidays, etc. So you're most likely going to work about 60 days. So we take the number 500 and we divide that by 60, and now I gotta pull out my calculator because, you know, I said simple math, but I guess it wasn't simple enough for me. You gotta do 8.3 contacts per day. So let's round that up to 9 contacts, or even better yet, 10 contacts per day that you got to do. For some of you guys have dialers in place, etc. You can plow through 10 contacts in an hour. For some of you guys, it's gonna take an hour and a half. For some of you guys, it's gonna take 2 hours. I'm gonna say to you, I don't care how long it's going to take. What matters more is, are you committed to do whatever it takes? Because going to a whole new level requires a whole new level of commitment. It requires a whole new level of discipline, etc. So now that we worked out the numbers, you need to answer another very important question that's going to have 3 different parts to it. In order for me to absolutely guarantee making this kind of money and having an explosive last quarter of the year, which is also going to set me up for the explosive next year, number 1, what do I need to upgrade? What do I need to upgrade? Let the remainder of this year be about you upgrading anything and everything that needs to be upgrading in order for you to upgrade the amount of listings you take, the amount of appointments you go on, the amount of closings you have, the amount of income that you make. So number 1, I'm going to give you part of the answers. Number 1, what do I need to upgrade? Number 1, you got to write down, I need to upgrade me. I need to upgrade me. Okay? Because your business is a reflection of who you are. Your business is owned by you. How well a business does is dependent on how well the business owner is. So what is it that you're going to do to upgrade yourself? What is the goal for upgrading yourself? How are you going to upgrade your mindset? How are you going to upgrade your emotional state of mind? Do you need to upgrade your physical energy? Do you need to upgrade your focus? These are all very important things that dictate whether you reach the next level or not. So how you do that, what I'm going to challenge you to do over the course of the next 90 days is to give yourself the opportunity to go through a ritual every single day, to go through a process every single day, to go through a rigid, disciplined morning routine that is designed to elevate your mindset to the next level. That's designed to increase your energy, increase your confidence. What does that morning routine look like for you? So we said, number one, upgrade yourself by upgrading your morning routine. What is the second thing that you're going to have to upgrade between now and the end of the year? You're going to have to upgrade your lead generation. Your lead generation pillars. Look, we all get business from numerous different amounts of lead generation sources. Some of us get it from 2-3 different places online. Some of us get it from 2-3 different places using the telephone. Some of us get it from 2-3 places and how we show up and network and be seen in the marketplace. To me, it doesn't matter which one you choose. What matters more is you becoming the best at the one that you choose and having a minimum of 1 or 2 pillars in place that feed you a good 65-70% of your business each and every single year. So which lead generation system are you going to commit to mastering over the course of the next 90 days so you can stop having peaks and valleys in your business in the next upcoming year? Now, I'm not going to make any recommendations. All I'm going to tell you is that from my experience, the people that have made the most amount of money, and I'm talking about certain people making $100,000 or more every single month, the best lead generation systems in my 25 plus years of being in this industry has always been 3. 1, our database, the relationship that we have with our database that feeds us a strong amount of referral business. Number 2, it's been for sale by owners. There's for sale by owners in every single marketplace. Number 3, it's been expired listings. And these categories are present in every single marketplace across the country. So don't tell me I'm from New York, don't tell me I'm from Florida, don't tell me I'm from California, don't tell me I'm from Detroit. It doesn't matter where you're at. There's some, maybe there's not a lot, but hey, how many leads do you need to make one sale? You need 1 good lead, and there's a lot of leads in your marketplace. So we said number 2, upgrade your lead sources. Number 3, we need to upgrade our skill set. We need to upgrade our skill set. Look, at the end of the day, real estate is nothing more than a conversation that you have that's taking place between a buyer and a seller, or an agent and a seller, an agent and a buyer, etc. So the better you are at having a conversation, the better your outcomes will be. But some of you are really analytical and you're thinking to yourself, what skills do I need to master? Sales skills. You are in a sales industry. You sell people on working with you. You sell people on buying a home. You sell people on listing their home with you, etc. So the most important skill inside of the sales process is going to be the skill of how do I make people feel when they are in my presence. I'm talking about the skill of building rapport. I'm talking about the skill of, creating connections. I'm not talking about somebody handing you the scripts and dialogues and saying, here, go, this is a script. I can do that all day, every single day, and I can even hand you my scripts, and my scripts are proven to work very effectively, and you're going to be like, this doesn't sound like me. It doesn't sound authentic. I get that. So to activate your authenticity, work on the art and science of building rapport. The art and science of getting people to feel good in your presence. What's another skill? Appointment setting skills. Appointment setting skills. What is the conversation? What are the questions that you're going to be asking potential sellers to see the value in granting you a meeting, in granting you an appointment, in granting you a opportunity to work with you? What's another skill? The skill of mastering your listing presentation, the skill of handling objections, the skill of closing, etc., etc., etc. You don't have to work on all these skills. I'm just verbally trying to help you identify which is the one that you need the most amount of help in. Figure out what that skill is, and then over the course of the 90 days, go all in. Go all in. We've already worked out the numbers. We've already gotten you to the point to say, I'm responsible for everything, and you're taking responsibility. We already gave you the formula to level you up. We've given you the formula to level up your lead generation. We've given you the formula to level up your skill set. Now the question is, are you willing to do whatever it takes? Because I promise you, if you take just what we talked about in the last 12, 13 minutes of this video, and you actually implement it for the next 90 days, no matter what, like no ands, no ifs, no buts, chances are you'll make more money in the next 90 days than you did in the previous 9 months, and you would set yourself up to have an explosive best year ever next year. And that's exactly what I want for you. See you on the next video. Take care.